setting up your webinar for Facebook Live, redirecting to Facebook Live.
We're already live, Igal.
Check your live?
Yeah, we're already live.
So I'm excited. That's cool. Let me just see in the group, how's it going, if everyone can see and hear us.
Yeah. I'll mute my phone.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, if people wants to comment, so they just need to comment on the live inside the group, and we will see the questions and we'll answer them, hopefully.
Yes.
You know that.
Yes. Okay, great. So guys, we are still waiting a little bit for people to join in, and in about 75 seconds we will officially start. We'll introduce David and we'll begin with the fun stuff.
Cool.
So let me just post it in our mailing list. So hold on. Okay. In email. Great. All right. I have here some questions for you that I prepared. I'm quite excited. I think we're going to learn a lot. And yeah, we'll enjoy that.
Great. So how many people we expecting to have in the live? How many do you have in the group?
In the group, in total, we have about 1,600, 1,700 people, something like that. But from my experience, many people are not going to the live and don't have the opportunity to ask questions, but they do after that go and watch the video and then comment inside. And we have like, it's crazy. Sometimes we have like 10 people live and then like thousands of views like 24 hours later.
Yeah, on the replay.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Okay, but you know what? I think it's a good idea to start right now, and people will join in and we'll be able to catch up. Okay?
Cool. Let's start.
Awesome. So, welcome to this webinar. We are joined by David Popovich. Hi, David.
Hello.
And we will talk about a very interesting topic. It's actually a variety of topics that have to do with creating an online e-commerce brand, marketing stuff, basically some e-commerce, some stuff about e-commerce that's a little bit beyond what we usually talk, which is eBay selling and Amazon selling, and how to create a presence online. Which I think in the end will create a real asset for you, something that's your own, something that, can be worth a lot of money and not just, a dropshipping store on eBay or any other like a specific platform for that. And I think David is probably one of the most prominent experts in this field, especially in Israel, having also a large audience, a large following on Facebook, and a group of, I think, more than 10,000 professionals now. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a big group of more than 10,000 people doing e-commerce in all kind of levels. I established this group, like I launched it 2.5 years ago, and it's became the biggest e-commerce professional group in Israel. A very, very good community with people that are doing e-commerce, learning e-commerce, want to be in e-commerce. And yeah, I'm really glad to be one of the leaders in the e-commerce industry in Israel, and to teach people that e-commerce, it's not like sitting on the beach with a flip-flop and see the money like going
bang.
Like this. Yeah, exactly. E-commerce is much more than just printing money. It's about branding, it's about positioning, it's about building your audience, building your community, having a great products, unique products, and this is the main point of building a new brand. You need to understand that brand, it's something that is going to be for the long term. If you think that you're going to dropship something from AliExpress, random Ali products, and you think that tomorrow you will be a rich person, so forget about it. Easy money is something that you can generate on the short term. But if you want a brand, if you want to have a great return customer rate, that's only possible with a brand.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think the best way to start exploring this is maybe you could tell about yourself, David, how you started out and how you led yourself in that direction.
Okay, it's I don't know how many times I already told the story, but it's an interesting story. So I was an employee of 9 to 5, 9 to 6 for many years, around 17 years. I was working in very big companies, international and Israeli companies. I was a marketing manager, and I also studied this field. I have a second degree in marketing, and while I'm working 9 to 6, I'm thinking, how can I make my own business? Like, why am I doing money for the big guys instead of doing money for myself? I have the skills. I learned marketing. I know how to create audience. I know how to build brands. Again, it was something that it was on the basic level. I didn't do it for myself. I did it for companies. But you know that you see all around you people that fulfilling themselves and starting entrepreneur and building online businesses. And then I saw the ads, the Facebook ads of how you're going to earn money online, and it's catch my eyes. And I said, okay, probably someone know how to make money online. So maybe there is money online. So how do I teaching myself how to do it? At this time, I'm talking about like 3 years ago. There were no too much information, especially not in Hebrew, especially not in Israel. So what I did, I just during my after work, okay, I finish in like 6 o'clock p.m. and then I close myself in the room and study a new field, okay, online. So I started with Amazon, and then I didn't do FBA. I did arbitrage, and arbitrage you just take you find a low cost stock somewhere, and then you put it inside the FBA, and you find a product that it's of course it needs to sell very very well on Amazon. So I found this battle it's a sport battle that you put on the belt for people that run. And I found a nice stock in a big store in the States. I sent it to Amazon, and after like 2 days, I had my first sale online ever, and it was amazing. I remember this feeling till now. It was amazing feeling to have first sale online. Like you're proving yourself something. You're proving yourself you can create a money. Okay, you can create money.
Yeah. If you can do it once, you can do it like a million times.
Exactly. There are different levels, there are different levels, and inside entrepreneurship, there are also ups and downs. So, but the basic that if you know how to think out of the box, okay, and you know what people needs, so then you just need to find a solution, right? And you need to give them the product they need. Okay, let's back to the story. So so I managed to create to finish this talk, and then I understood that I'm still employee. Okay, I'm still doing the money, earning the money for Amazon, and I'm not. It's not my audience. I'm not building something for my own. Not my email list. It's not my brand. It's not my website.
Yeah, the customer base is like Amazon's customers.
Exactly. You are on the platform. So I realized that I need something else. Okay, I realized that if I want to build something on my own, I need something else. But I don't have the skills of tech skills. Okay, I don't know how to create a website. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a tech guy. I'm marketing guy. And I remember exactly when it was then that I realized that I discovered Shopify. I had also a store in Etsy. Okay, I tried also Etsy. I tried also eBay. I tried all the platforms, but in Etsy, there is a synchronize to Shopify. So there is a button to like, you know, to synchronize the Etsy store with Shopify. And since I'm a guy that just push on buttons, and this is how I'm learning stuff, I said to myself, okay, I need to click on it. Let's see what's happening. So I click on this button of Shopify, and then what happened is that my Etsy store synchronized inside Shopify platform, and it's like, you know, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, if someone know how it works in Shopify, you open a new store, there is a dashboard, there is like a wheel that is turning, and then they say, congratulations, you have a new store. Great, nice. A new store. Now I'm looking on the dashboard inside Shopify, and he's looking at me back, and this was our relationship for 10 days. I'm looking on Shopify dashboard, and he's looking at me, and I didn't know what to do. Like, where are the customers? Okay, I have products. What am I doing with these products? That's what the biggest question. Now, as an entrepreneur, something that it's really mandatory for every entrepreneur is to educate yourself, okay? Is to teach yourself. If you don't know something, you need to discover it by yourself. And then what I did, I just went to Google, went to YouTube, and start searching Shopify. And suddenly I realized that I have a whole new world just, you know, pop up from nowhere. And I realized that this is exactly what I looked for many months. And I'm talking about, like, I'm working in Club Med as a marketing manager, and while I'm trying to find my way, find my path inside the online industry. So at this point of time, I understood that I found what I need, and I knew that this platform of Shopify will enable me to open my brand. I didn't know what is the brand. I didn't know what is the niche, but I had this feeling, you know, and also I have the skill to recognize trends. So I recognize that this is what people like me are looking for, and this is going to be something big. And while I had my pain of not finding information online, I opened my community in Israel, e-commerce Israel. It was before the name was Shopify Israel, the official group. So I opened this group, and then with the little bit of information and experience that I had, I started to share knowledge. I started to you know, to give content, a pure content, and then suddenly we had a community that people get inside, get involved, and it was developed really fast. Back to Shopify, I opened my first store that was a twin store, a store for baby twins, because I thought to myself that, you know, mothers, women are the one that are doing the buying online, right? They are the one that the money is there. So I thought, well, what's more logic than just selling to women that they are also mothers and they want to buy something for the babies. So I opened, and also at this time, I knew that if I want something for my own, I need to be very, very unique. Okay, I need to like positioning myself from all the rest. So then I search a niche that it's a sub niche inside the big niche of babies, to differentiate myself from all the competition. So it was, I don't know, I will tell you what happened, but maybe today I would take it to another angle. But at the time I was just learning and try to manage everything and the Facebook ads and everything. But the products were amazing, but they were from AliExpress. So just a second. I had some interrupting here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I realized that what really like holding me from moving forward is is basically the quality of the clothes. While you have a great clothing and you have a great products, but it takes a long time to ship them to the States, and also the quality is not the best. So even if you have a great branding and you have a great message and your logo is fantastic, still you are just stuck on this. You just stand in the same spot and not moving forward because
Mm-hmm.
of you don't have return customer, right? Someone
Mm-hmm.
got someone got the package, open the package, see this shitty clothes. It looks
Mm-hmm.
nice in the ads, it looks nice on the website, but actually on reality, it's like it's a shitty product.
Yeah,
So
like you trick me once, shame on me. Trick me twice. Well, in this case, you can't trick them twice, because if they're feeling for the first thing that they bought from you is bad quality, obviously they will not be your second time customer. Like, in eBay, that's something that reminds me. In eBay, we don't have this problem. But why do we don't have this problem? Because we don't have this thing called returning customers to our store on eBay. On eBay, it's like people see the results, see which one looks nicest, and they choose. And then next time they buy something, they repeat the same process. They do not go to the same store on eBay and try to see. And that's why I think in eBay, also in Amazon, but especially in eBay, you don't really have attention. You don't have to have attention to giving a very high quality product. But once you have your own brand, like you told them, when you choose a niche and a sub niche that you go into, you want, the returning customers, I guess, are the most easiest and most cheapest way of getting sales, right? And then, like, if they're not happy the first time, you won't have them the second time.
yeah, and you need to understand that on a brand store, okay, on a branded store, like a Shopify store that created from scratch as a brand store, all you need is the return customer, and you need the high return customer, because this is the backend. This is what make the money. Okay, you can spend a lot of money on the cold audience and on recruiting customers, but it will be much easier. Even like, I don't know how much easier is it, like in triple of let's say spend, okay, ad spend. You pay much less to get your customer back to buy again and again than to recruit now a new customer. And it's true to all industry, but in online, it's even stronger, because it's easy to get the customer back. All you need to do is to give him the best experience you can. And I'm not talking about the online store. I'm not talking about the website. Website should be very, very simple. Very simple, without any pyrotechnic, without any flash pop-up, all kind of thing that people just put inside the store. It should be simple and fast and very intuitive. And
by the way, I will want you to show me maybe a little bit of examples later of like how good websites like that look, if you can think of a couple.
I can share my brand. No worries. I will share my brand.
Okay.
And what I'm talking about. But it's really it's not about only the website. Website is very he has a big part in this puzzle. But I'm talking about the experience. And experience, it's not only the website. It's the customer service. It's the pre-sale. It's the after sale. It's the product itself. Let's start with the product that it's unique. Okay, it's a unique product. No one has it. If you sell now something that you can find on Walmart, or you can find in a Google search in 2 minutes, you have no positioning. You will not succeed. Where is the place that you can be very, very different from the competition and place yourself in a better position? Is only if you find these specific products or specific pains that your product are solved, then you can really sell and grow the brand. Otherwise, you just stuck. And I saw it so many times. And this is, if I need to put my finger on what made Wolf Stuff to be a very strong brand.
Which is your brand.
Yeah, my brand. It's the unique approach. It's the unique niche. It was the first niche that targeted wolves audience, wolf lovers. I found this niche like I can share the process of how to search niches online, and it's I think it's my unique approach, my unique method. I don't know on any other person that teach this kind of method, but it's really nice practice to do if you want to search something very, very unique or cross niches, like niche that it's something with cross to another niche, like there is a similarity between the niches. So there are the places when you really can take the brand and find a unique audience that is eager to consume your products. And this is exactly what happened to my brand, because I reached a new audience that it was a vacuum. No one offered them anything in this niche before me. So that's why I managed to like create the cash flow so fast and managed to scale the business already from the first year, and to have this big audience that I have now. So if there is any tip that I need to give to someone that's starting in the e-commerce business now, this day, is listen, look what everyone doing, don't do it. Do something else.
Go the other direction.
Go to other direction, because if everyone's doing it, everyone fail in it. And I tell you, I can be very, very transparent with you. Wolfstaff was the first one in this niche, but after like 1.5 years, when I started to feel the competitors coming, it's not the same as at the first month. So being first in the niche, being first in your field is very, very important, and it's like the main key of generating fast money. And then of course, Wolfstaff is not like I created it, but from this store, I managed to create a lot of other incomes and a lot of other income streams, income channels that provide me the gap between what I did before and what I can do today because of all the competitors. And even though I still have my unique product that no one has have it, because I try to think all the time like one step ahead my competitors. So when people copycats you, you need to be like one step ahead, and this is the way to be like above the competition.
So first of all, great tips, David. And what I wanted to say, the thing regarding finding your niche, and then competitors come in, and then you have to move forward and step it up. On eBay also, when maybe 5 years ago, I had this idea to take a professional book. There was a very important professional book for psychologists, I think, called DSM. And it was selling for like $150. And I was able to find it for less than a third of the price. And then what I did, I started selling that, and I found that people are also looking for complementary books to that. It's like a package. They want this book, they want other books, and nobody sold them as a bundle, no one. And what I did is I created this bundle, I created this little design, and the sales gone crazy. It's like funny. I was able to afford a new car after all the sale. I'm not kidding. But then after that, competitors started just copying me right, like every single pixel, every single title that I had. And it's funny how all the sales start going down and the profit margins go down, and then okay, I gotta innovate, I gotta find something else.
You never cannot still stand in the place. You never if you want to succeed, you cannot stay still. That's the message. If you want to succeed, you always need to be in movement. Always. Yes. Like one day you're sleeping, the competitors see what you're doing, and tomorrow you will see your ad with the same product or with the same angle in someone else. So when this happens, and I'm telling you, it's happening every day to me. And since I'm also coaching and I have my courses and I teach people and I reveal my brand, people look at my brand. Every day I'm seeing my ads, like duplicate of my ads, copy copycat, taking my copywriting, my angle, my positioning, and I see it on Facebook, and they're targeting me, you know. So so that's even like encouraging me more to be more fast, okay, to be faster and bring more ideas, new ideas all the time, and think out of the box. Like it's really a game of a game of fast gamers.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Despite the risk that if you now share your store with us, maybe still you can show your store, because I know you're fast and I know that always you're innovating. So I'm not afraid to ask you to show us our store. So maybe you can show us our store and talk a little bit about how it looks, how a store should be simple, and maybe after that a little bit about how you get traffic, how you, I mean, your strategies. Do you think we can do that?
We're already on it.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So Wolfstaff established at 2016, and so this is the store. And as you can see, like the theme is all about wolves, wolves and Native American. So I opened this store for wolf lovers. But then I realized that wolf lovers, it's not only for wolf lovers. There are Native American also that love wolf, and why? Because the wolf is the spirit animal of this culture, of the culture of Native American. So from having like around 16 million or 20 million wolf lover, it's become a big niche of Native American that it's a huge culture, you know, of hundred of million, I don't know. It's like the audience is never end, because it's a really big audience. So when I'm talking about like giving them the experience, so experience, it's not only about the website or how does it look like. It should look very, very how do you call it, immersive, okay? It should look very very simple, bringing the message, putting someone, me, I'm the face of the brand. I'm connected directly to the
Is this you, David, the guy sitting there? No,
the guy, it's me. This is the guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me with wearing my jacket, wearing my products, sitting near a wolf. It's a real wolf, but it was Photoshop. So
cool.
But it's a real wolf. I promise you.
Nice.
So yeah, you need to give them the experience of they get inside a real brand. You need to give the trust. Okay, the trust is something very, very important for them, and the trust is not only about I don't know. I sing all kind of bullshit like icons of how do you call the all kinds of
like secure payment and stuff like that.
Payment, security. I don't remember the name of this security company, and then it's pop up from here, then it's pop up from the other side. No, this is not the way to create a trusty brand. The way to create the trusty brand is to have a consistency. First, you need a consistency in your website. So the colors that created this website are the gray, black, orange, and white. So there is a consistency also inside the products, also inside the buttons. You can see buttons are orange all the time, and the background is white, and the text is in black, and the logo is gray and black. So there is a consistency inside in the website. Something that they need to see. Okay, there is also the button of the messenger here that click of a button, they're talking with our customer service. So this is
it Facebook integration, or what is it? It's like integrated to your
ManyChat that connected to the website. So once someone click on it, you get a pop-up with the conversation box, and then he texts what he wanted to text, and then he send it to our Facebook page actually, but we are managing it through ManyChat. So every time we have a live chat here, it's opened like a pop-up on our ManyChat program. So so there also the mission, also the goals of our brand. What is our messages? What we want to deliver to the world? It's not just selling product; it's selling an experience. Selling. We are helping the wolf in the wild. Actually, in the doing advertising, we are helping directly to make an awareness for the cause. Okay, that's the idea. We also have some partnership with all kind of how do you call it, support companies. I forgot
like
the name.
causes and charities.
Yeah, charities, exactly. So we have all kind of charities partnership with charities in the States, and
Right.
And all this together, it's like 360 degrees of branding around the message and around the theme. So this is what allows us to be on top of the competitors, because they don't have it, and this is what make this brand to be a brand. Okay, it's not only about the product, and of course some of the product you can find on AliExpress. That's fine, but that's not the product that we are promoting on the social media. What we are promoting on the social media, what we have the campaigns on, are product that you can never find anywhere else. Okay, because for example, the print on demand. We can talk like a few minutes about print on demand.
Sure.
So people that don't know what is print on demand, it means that the meaning of print on demand is that you print when you get order. So you produce when you get the order. So it's like a drop shipping, but more developed drop shipping. I think for me, I will call it like drop shipping 2.0. It's the next generation of drop shipping. So basically what's going on is that we create our own design. Okay, I have an artist in my team. I have designers. What they are doing all day is just creating new designs every day. Every day they're creating new designs. So by creating new designs all the time, what's happening is that we are on top of the competition, right? If my competitor, if he would just dare to copy this design, if somehow we can do it, because they cannot do it. Okay, the combination on this piece of art is a combination of artist. It's a real artist that think of the idea of what to design, and then together with the designer, they complete all design. So this is my unique.
Copyrighted?
It's totally copyrighted. It's totally mine. We have the draft. We have everything we need in order to take down anyone that just dare to copy this. So if someone think of copy this design, and I'm telling you again, it's really hard to copy this design, because there are some motifs inside this design. There are some elements that we took from here, or we created our own elements, like the black wolf. It's not a Google picture, or it's not something that we bought on the buying
on Fiverr.
On Fiverr or any other platform. We actually paint it, okay, on a tablet with an artist that know how to paint. So that's why it's really hard to copy this kind of design, and that's why I'm saying that print on demand, it's really the most advanced development of dropshipping, because it's allowing you to create every day new products. Of course, you need a system. Of course, you need your own team working every day on new design, or if you have your own design skills, so you can design your own, but on your own. But I don't have a design skill. I don't have a tech skill, but I have a skill of creating systems, of recognizing new trends. And back in 2017, I started to create my own designs and not rely on any other platform. So,
yeah,
go ahead.
So to reiterate what print on demand is that you, for example, as a store owner, have a few design ideas, or you have a designer who does a design for you. And then you use, I guess, software, and we'll talk about it. Maybe you can show which one you use, that once like you create using the designs, you upload probably to their site, right? And then they have these different things you can print this on. Let's say a cup of tea, or sorry, just a plastic cup or a mug, or as you show here, some bedding. Oh yeah, shirts, of course, and stuff like that. And then you can post it on your site. And whenever someone buys, they will print for you and send to them directly. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. And the way to do it is or to create a direct connection with the supplier, with the factory in United States, in China. I prefer China.
Mm-hmm.
Or to use one of the POD, we call it POD, print on demand POD. So you use one of the POD applications that are on the Shopify store.
Integrated.
And they integrate inside Shopify. So with API, so once you get an order, so first that the process is that you go on the app, okay? You go to the app,
Mm-hmm.
you see what are the product that they giving you, and the range is huge. Like today you can print on almost anything, on almost everything. Like you can do watches and wallet and clocks and of course bedding set and pillowcases and everything can be printable today. And then once you upload your design and structure it, they do it in a fine way on the product, and then you get an order. So the order goes directly to this app, and the app connected from the other side with a factory that is printing your order and sending directly to your customer. So this is the door. In the middle, of course, you pay to the app for the product, and then they producing the product.
So what app of print on demand would you recommend to beginners? Maybe you can demonstrate here, open a new tab and show us like how does it look like, what kind of products.
I can do it. Just a second. I need to go. Maybe we can do it here. Maybe just a second. So for example, this is I don't want to give recommendations now.
Okay.
But there is let's see. For example, let's go to Printful. Let's do Printful. Printful, it's the biggest one. I don't know if they are the biggest one in terms of revenue or the or sharehold like holding the market. I don't know how much big they are in the market, but they are very big in Shopify. Lots of brands, online brands, are using Printful thanks to their great products and the quality. The pricing is not it's on the high level. Okay, there are many different POD applications. This specifically is on the high level of the pricing and of course the product. So for me, if I need to recommend someone that really care about what his customers will get, I recommend Printful. I recommend also Custom Cat. I will show them. And of course, in a few months, I will recommend Knit. This is my POD app that in development.
Nice.
Yeah, but again, for now, Printful is everything you need. There are, but maybe not everything. There are some products, for example, the all over print. What you see here. And for example, also bedding set, they don't have bedding set. They have bedding sets very, very expensive, and not the whole set, only the duvet cover. But Printful, for example, I think my internet become very, very slow now. Let me know if there are some laggish in the.
Yeah, guys, by the way, everyone who's watching here, post your questions and also put a like if this content is interesting. For me, it's very interesting, so I'm putting a like right now. If you have any questions, put them here and we'll either answer them, and David will answer them either now or in the end. We'll have some time for that.
To stop on every section, and I will answer the question. I already see that Ayman is asking a good question. I have an answer for him. 5 minutes, Aman, I give you the answer. So, for example, this if you see what I have in my store, I have the all over print. So all over print is something that it's quite let's say it's the most new. Okay, it's the newest trend. It's the newest trend in the POD, because until recently, like 1 year ago, you could print only on the front of the t-shirt, of the hoodie. But now with the development of the technology, so what you can do is like all over printing on all the hoodie or the t-shirt. And before you print only on the front like this. So
this is like a premium option, I guess, right? It's probably more expensive.
It's more expensive. It depends on the factory. Okay, it depends if the factory has the machines. For Printful, as far as I know, they are printing only on front, like only that way.
I think if we go up to the menu in Printful, I think I saw all T-shirts and then all over shirts. Does that mean like the second one after T-shirts?
Let me click on it. T-shirt, all over shirts. Yeah, all over shirts. So they have the all over shirts. They don't have the hoodies.
I see.
Let's see. I'm not working with Printful, so I don't know them by heart.
There's one question that I have. Oh, here's kind of the answer. So I saw the prices. Sorry.
Yeah, they don't have hoodies. They have t-shirt. They have the tank top. They have all kinds of long shirts, but they don't have hoodies. And hoodies are like selling the best seller of print on demand today.
I see. So my question here is, I saw the different prices in your site and in on-demand printing site. So I'm thinking, like, for example, as someone who's doing eBay dropshipping, usually the margins there are like between maybe 5 and 15%, or maybe 20% if you're good. Here, as far as I can see, you can offer products for like $80, $90, even $100 of print on demand, while the cost to produce that is like less than half of that. Is that correct? Or like, what are the prices here, the ranges here?
Okay, so the price range is very, very different between the applications. Okay, and why it's different? Because we are talking on apparel. And apparel, what's really the main point on apparel is the quality. So of course, if you buy, if you are a seller, okay, and you buy a T-shirt at $8, and someone else offering you at $16, you can understand that the $16 you will get something else. You will get a better quality, a better fabric, more cotton, less polyester. So the range is huge. Okay, now it's up to you, the seller. It's up to you, the brand owner, to decide where do you want to take your brand. Because I can offer you a shirt, including the printing and including the shipping, T-shirt at $9 on AliExpress. Okay, but for example, on our app, on the app that we are building now, on Printful, as you see here, starting 27. You buy a T-shirt at 27. Printful are on the high level, as I said. It's really like there is also 21. Okay, on the level of 18, 15, 18, 21, it's on the high range, high level. So it means that the quality is much better. It means that the printing is more sharp, is more vivid. Okay, there is a reason. There is a reason why you buy something on $21 and the other one selling on $8. So this example specifically, they are also in the States, so the labor is much higher than the labor in China. So there are some so there is explanation why there is difference between the prices. But if you buy on AliExpress a T-shirt, take into consideration that your customer will get not the best quality, okay? But if you buy on Printful, then you can be sure that your customer will get the best quality. That's the difference. Now, it's up to you how to market it, how to positioning it, and how to create your brand in a way that people will agree to spend more because they understand why they are spending more. And the reason to believe is up to you as a marketeer. Okay, the USPs, the unique sales proposition, is up to you as a marketeer. So in Shopify store, if you you just talked before on eBay, there are so that the competition is so huge on the same because it's like a market. Okay, it's like you go to a souk, and in the souk you have many sellers selling the same products, and they are just sitting near each other, right? So everyone selling the tomato, and they need to sell like on the same price or maybe little less in order to maybe get another customer, to gain another customer. But in Shopify, and Shopify is just a code name. Okay, Shopify is a platform that give you the possibility to create your online store in a very easy way. But it can be also WordPress, and it can be also Magnet. It doesn't mean, it doesn't care what is the platform. I'm just saying, if you have a private brand, okay, let's call it a private online store and independent online store that's not related to platform, and then you do a great marketing, you do a great brand, you find a great audience, you know what your audience need, and you know what to create for them, you know what they want to see. So then there is nothing with price. There is no competition on the price. I'm selling my bedding set on $120 and I'm selling them, and they are big sell. And I see other stores selling on $79. So why the hell I can sell most or less the same product? Okay, it's a bedding set, while I'm selling $120 and my competitor that sell another bedding set sell on $79. Why? Because they are not buying the bedding set. They're not buying the bedding set. They're buying the design. They buy the design that there is on the bedding set. They buy the message, the promise. They buy the story. So if you know how to tell a story, and you are and you don't need to be the best in storytelling, but you need to understand your audience. And I will give you another tip. Okay, I'll give you another tip. People think that they will open a Shopify store, they will put inside many products, and then they will start selling. While this happen, they getting stuck and they don't understand why they are not selling. Okay, this is the biggest problem in every all of the beginners feeling. I open a store, I open a Shopify store. I have also some skills on designs. I know how to design. I did a great Shopify store. The website looks amazing. The homepage looks amazing. The product page, fantastic. But I don't have sales. Why? So the reason why is that you did it the opposite. You just did it the opposite. It's not the way to establish a brand. If you want to establish a brand, first, what you need to do is to know your audience, is to learn your audience, okay? So go find
experiment, I guess, with many types and many audiences and many products for many audiences.
Again, what you said?
So I'm saying, I guess probably part of the finding your audience is experimenting with different audiences and different items for different audiences. For example, I think with your story with the wolves, I think I guess it's not like the first time you tried and bingo, you decided that Native Americans are the ones that you're going to sell, right? Or I guess you probably, a lot of trial and error of products, of niches, of marketing, targeting.
As I said, I failed with my twin store. Remember, I opened the twin store. I think that I forgot to finish the story. Yeah, I failed with the store because I didn't do the research very deeply. Okay, I didn't research. I didn't know my audience. I just decided to open a Shopify store in the niche of the babies. Okay, and then finding products of babies on AliExpress, and then let's find the audience. But it's wrong. This is the wrong way to establish something today in the online businesses. It's the wrong way. First, you need to build your audience. So before you build your audience, you need to know your audience, okay? And before you know your audience, because as a beginner, someone will tell me now, but how can I find my niche? Like, there are tons of niches. How can I find something that people will really will be connecting to? Okay, so now I will share my my method of how am I searching for niches. Okay, let's go.
Cool.
Give me just pop up a name of a big like 9gag or something like this big page that you know.
A big page, maybe Reddit.
Reddit. Okay, let's go to Reddit. Just a second. I will share my screen in a minute. Just don't want to.
Oh man, that's a lot. I have myself a lot of questions I want to ask you right now regarding the whole process, regarding marketing, targeting, the products that you choose, also the ranges. Like for example, maybe you can tell us. I want to know. Let's say my print-on-demand company, which is the high end, offering a shirt for $22. Usually I offer this to my customers at what price? Like 2 times higher, 3 times higher, or as you said before, it doesn't really matter once you established yourself as a brand or as someone unique.
So in terms of pricing, the finger rule, okay, the basic rule is that you need to calculate the final price for the customer after a calculation of how much you pay for advertising, how much is the product, and how much you want to for yourself. So on a finger rule, I hope it's an English word, but in Hebrew,
rule of thumb.
Rule of thumb. Okay, great. Okay, so rule of thumb is that you need to triple. Okay, you need a triple. So if a product costs you $10, you will sell it on $30 because $10 will go to advertising, $10 will go to buying the products, and $10 you leave for yourself as a profit, not net profit, but like profit before the expenses. So so this is just the basic rule. But of course, you need to calculate it according to the product. Like if for example, the product costs you $200, you will not sell it on $600 because otherwise you will not sell it, right? So you just need to think about how much, and I think that every business owner need to know it, and need to know his numbers. Every business needs to know his numbers. So do a P&L, profit and loss. Do profit and loss Excel file. I know people that doing it every day. I'm not personally. I'm not doing it every day, but I know my expenses. I know my my income. I know my expenses, so I don't need it. But at least once or twice a month, do a profit and loss. Put all your expenses of the businesses, including the employees, including the servers, the internet, I don't know, whatever you have, and then put the income, of course, and calculate what is the net that you got. Because sometimes you think that you just generate like $3,000, but actually you just spent $1,500 on advertising, and you're paying the products from your own pocket. So I don't know how many times I heard people telling me, wow, I did like $6,000. And then I'm asking them, okay, what is the net profit? I didn't earn money. That was the answer. So that's the reason, like, because in comparison to eBay and Amazon, on Shopify, on an independent store, you need to run your own traffic. So you need to be responsible for your own traffic, and it costs money. And Facebook are just going up. Like not only Facebook, but all the advertising platforms are just going up because many people get inside the competition, get inside the market, and in some occasions you can spend money and you will not see anything in return, because just now a company like Coca-Cola get inside Facebook and just spend millions of dollars, and they need to get the traffic, of course. So that's the reason why first of all, you need to understand exactly how to advertise. And another tip for every beginner: don't spend money, don't spend even $1 on Facebook before you understand at least understand the logic. Okay, there is a logic in Facebook advertising, so at least understand the logic, understand what's every campaign, what is the purpose of every campaign, what every campaign will give you back, and then start experiment and start testing on your money. Okay, you don't need to get inside like a course of $1,600 or $2,000. Don't buy these courses before you understand the basic. And even though I wouldn't recommend on buying a Facebook advertising course. Why? Because Facebook has their Facebook Blueprint. Facebook Blueprint course is a free course. It's on Facebook website. Just Google Facebook Blueprint. Everything is there. And the logic, the logic of how to run a campaign on Facebook will be always the same. Eventually, and this is something that people can't understand, I don't know why, Facebook will not convert a bad product. Okay? Facebook will never convert a bad audience or audience that don't match to the product. They will never convert something like this. So it's not that you put money on Facebook and you can think that tomorrow you will have sales. No, before this you need to know your audience, and this is why I'm all the time repeating on this message, because if there is a main key that I want people to take from this conversation is, guys, don't get inside emotion and thrilling and thinking that you already know the online business before you know your audience, okay? And if you want to open a new store, so first do what I'm going to show you now, and then understand what is the audience, and then understand what kind of product to offer them, and then start advertising on Facebook with this product with a correlation to the right audience. And maybe if you're doing at least something right, so maybe you will get sales. Okay, now Facebook is just a tool to drive traffic from Facebook to your website, but it's not the tool that will create your brand. It's just one part of the puzzle. And of course, as everything, you need to get specialized in what you are doing. Now, many people are getting inside the game, and then they're starting to lose the focus. They are losing the focus, and it's very, very easy to lose the focus on e-commerce because everything is shiny, everything look fresh, look new, look thrilling. And I remember the thrilling emotion when you just started and you think that you found a gold digger, a gold mine, sorry, and you become the gold digger, and you think you will dig more, and you will find that the gold immediately. No, it's not working like this. It's still most easiest business to open at these days, okay, on our era, but it's not what it was like 3 years ago. And also 3 years ago, you had to know what you are doing in order to succeed. So don't get confused, don't get out of focus, don't start doing Instagram advertising, don't start like influencers, and I will go to Snapchat, and I will go to LinkedIn, I will go to Pinterest. No, if you want to succeed, focus on something, on one thing. Focus on one thing, do it great, do it best, the best that you can, and then put someone to manage it and move on. This is how I
outsource.
Yeah, outsource it. But before you outsource anything, and Igal, I'm sure you will agree with me here, because when you outsource something, you need to know in it. Okay, why? Because tomorrow you need to get the reports from your freelancer or employee, and you need to know how to read them. Okay, if tomorrow I give someone a task to create a campaign for me on Facebook, and I don't know how to read this task, and I don't know how to read this report, so what? So, like, how can I tell that it's good or bad?
Yeah, there's this fantasy of some people that if they're starting, starting a business, okay, I'll just find an expert in PPC. I don't know how to do PPC advertising, but I will find an expert. I'll pay them $3 per hour, and they will bring like millions of dollars into my store
No,
without me needing to know anything.
no,
If they
but
could do that, they wouldn't charge $3. They would do the millions themselves, of course. But yeah.
the biggest loss I had in this business is when I gave the full control to someone else. When I gave the full control to someone else, I started to lose money.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not good. Me personally, I have an agency that I created for my pain of paying other advertising agencies without them knowing what they are doing, because the reason why I opened my agency is first of all, we are working only with big companies. We are not working with private people that are doing dropshipping. We're working with people with companies that wants to penetrate a new market like the US and etc. And the reason why I open it's like everything I'm doing is coming from my pain. Okay. So that's why I open the POD app, and that's why I open an agency, and that's why I have my artist collection on AliExpress and my other businesses. Everything starting with a pain. And when you understand a pain, then you have a business. If there is no pain or passion, okay, pain or passion, because the wolf is not answering any solution. Like I am not giving them solution. There is no pain. Someone need to sleep on a bed tomorrow. He has some bedding set, right? But I'm answering a passion, and passion is something that it's very, 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 very important on the way to reach audience and on the way to present your product. So you can present your product on answering a pain or answering to a passion or emotion. So that's the three ways to sell online. Now I just want to just let me just do this small exercise. I know that it's already 1 hour and people just tired. I will do this exercise and then let's move on with the questions. So
sure.
As you know, there are 3 levels on Facebook. There are the share, the comments, and the likes, right? And on the hierarchy of what is important is share, of course, because it takes more time, then comments, then likes. So what I will do, I will just randomly, totally randomly, I ask you, give me a name of a page, right? And totally randomly, I just get inside people that shares, but it's really randomly. If I want to search inside the niche, so instead of Reddit, I will search like let's say Bulldog. Okay, let's say Amstaff. Okay, I will go to Amstaff, and then I will get to a page of Amstaff, and then I will get inside the people that do share, and I will see what they like. Okay, now there is a cat over here. A cat? Yeah. So first of all, you see why you can understand why this got 1,500, right? And 8 shares, and this just got 1 share. You see why? The reason why is that there is a passion. Okay, and people love cats, and it's not without a reason that the cat is the second after dog. And what we do, and I will already can tell you now that probably we will see now few cat lovers, but it's a good experience because you will see, and this page is not advertisers, it's not advertising. Just imagine if you will see now an advertising for cat lovers. So then if you get inside the people, you will understand what was the interest that this page targeted. Right. Because inside the people, inside their likes, you will see the pages that the advertiser targeted. So what we are doing?
I just want to input something short here. You on purpose chose the shares, right? Not the likes and not the comments. Can you tell why is that again?
For this specific practice, what I'm showing here, it's not really, there is no big difference between the share. If I would go to dig inside a niche that it's, for example, a cat niche, and I want to understand from what kind of audience is the cat audience, and what are people like, and why, what is the reason they did share, then I will get to their profile, to their like, exactly what I'm going to show here. Okay. And I will get the passionate people. Okay, the people that doing share are more passionate about what they just share from people that did like. Okay, they are more into it, and since they are more into it, probably they have many pages that they are like. So then I have a lot of what to work with, a lot of things to work with. So I'm just opening a few of the profiles on a new tabs, okay? And then I will show you the process. It's very easy process, but that's the way I found my niche. And not only my niche. This is what I'm doing, like with everyone. This is how my students finding niches. And for me, you can just, there is no limit to where you can go with this. So so people that are very passionate about something, you will see in their banner, in the big cover photo, and on their profile you will see something related to their passion. Now I'm asking myself, what is this colorful circle? Okay, I don't know yet.
It's the gay parade, probably. The gay month. It's probably the month of gays, I think, right? June is the month of gay pride, so the color.
But this is the first thing I'm looking at. Okay, I'm looking on when I'm looking on a profile of someone. I'm looking on the profile picture. I'm looking on the cover. Okay, and now maybe it's LGBT. Maybe she related to LGBT, but it's a clue. Like for now, I don't know. Now I'll get inside their likes and let's find a pattern. Okay, now nice. We figure it out. Okay, so she in the LGBT community. Okay, so first niche. Now you can open a store on LGBT, but it's not really like this. You need to get inside like many different profiles, many different pages. Like do this experiment on 300 people, 500 people. Put an Excel file on your computer. Put every niche that you see. So do it organized. Okay, you find now an LGBT. Now I don't want only LGBT because there are so many competitors on LGBT. Like everyone now understood that LGBT is a passionate niche with people that are buying, and there is a buying there is a consuming power over there. People have money, people passionate about it. There are many products, so LGBT store is selling, but less than 2 years ago. Okay, so now let's take it to the next level. So I want someone with LGBT, but also cross niche. Okay, I want to cross the niche. I want to find an LGBT with something else. So how do I do it? And this is the main core of this experiment. I want to see what else she like. Okay. Once again, I think that. Okay. I want to see what else she like. Okay, and we have 10 minutes. So like LGBT, let's see. I want to look on a pattern. I want to see like 6 or 4 pages here in a row, like in one bulk. This is what I want to see. Okay, so I already saw LGBT. I'm seeing all kind of creeping stuff. She like clothing. She like artists. I still don't see any. She like okay, so she like artists, all kind of artists. I don't know if they are TV shows. I don't know if they are singer or not. This is something that you need to dig more. But I'm looking for a pattern. Okay, let's see. So she like dogs, right? See dogs pages repeating.
Pony, horses. I see there.
Yeah. Now don't forget that we got her from the shares. So I told you already, the people that doing share, they're people that are living on this social media, basically. So we will see a lot of likes or a lot of pages here, but I still want to see something that it's a pattern. And when you see a pattern, you see it. You see like 4 pages So she like movies, Batman. Let's see what we have. So this is something that you need to invest time. Okay, it's hours on hours, but once you finish this, you have ideas of niches. So for this girl, so the only thing I see is LGBT, and maybe I will cross targeting with Siberian Husky. Okay, Siberian Husky lovers. So what I will find now is I will go to Facebook Ads Manager, or I'll go to Audience Insight, and then I will just search for, I will put keywords of LGBT niche, LGBT pages interest, plus Siberian Husky interest, and I will see what is the audience size of people that love this and also love this. And next, I will just go to, and then I will realize, okay, I have 3 millions, I have 4 millions people that love LGBT, but also love Siberian Husky. So then I'm going to any source of products like AliExpress, Alibaba, Etsy, Amazon, and I will search things that related to LGBT and Siberian Husky. And the way to do it is very easy. Just do a search: Siberian Husky, LGBT, Siberian Husky, gay, lesbian, and you will find tons of products. I don't want to go further, but it's the next step. So the same you are doing here, and don't forget we brought there from a cat picture, right? So you can already see that she's a cat lover. All her pages about cats. Now let's see what are the pages. If she share it, I don't see. Well, let's see.
This is actually a page, I think.
This is a page, right? Yeah. This is a page. Yeah, the pages started to be involved inside groups. So not everyone have inside is more the like section. So you need to find people that they have. But this one like barbecue. I can already tell you. Just from the and weapons, probably all kinds of weapons. But that's the idea. That's the concept.
So just to reiterate shortly, what you do is you go to any like big page like a Reddit page or anything else. You spot something that can be like a catchy or trendy or something like a meme, maybe like the cat that we saw. Then you see the people who share it, and by going to a few of them, you start to see their likes, what they like, and you try to see patterns of what are they like. So for example, we have someone who's they're very into like maybe LGBT stuff, but also something else. You do it the same with other people and see, maybe there is a connection there. After that, you go to Audience Insights in Facebook, right? And there you can see like create a cross between these. So people that are both say LGBT and Husky lovers, and only the cross section between them, these ones might be very, very interesting target for you, especially if there's like not 5 people who like it in the world, but like 5 million people who like it.
And there are millions. Okay, it's the same. And now you see why wolf stuff be able to succeed, because the cross niche is between wolves and Native American. And if you look every big store, like even Electro Thread, even look on the big stores, on the 8-figure store, and you will understand why they are managing to succeed, because they don't go to the wide audience. Okay, they don't go to the mainstream, to everyone else goes. They go to a specific audience. All I really need is give me just 1% from the e-com. 1%. I don't want more than this. Okay, 1% is already few millions. That's it. So I don't need to take everything. I just need to find a unique angle, a unique approach, and then go and target them. And I don't have a problem of finding an audience because I'm inside a niche. Okay, so the only thing I need to do is just create this audience, warm this audience, then it's become my audience. I have my email list, I have my custom audiences, I have my repeat customers. Okay, I have my VIP list. Then the only thing I need to do is like creating products, and just show them. That's it. I don't need. I have a one question mark out of the equation. Okay, I have the audience. I have it, and it will always be mine. Now the only thing I need to do is just showing them different product that they might like. Now because I know them already, so I know they like specific things on their design. So then I will focus on this.
I see. Okay, David, there's a lot of insight here, a lot of information, and obviously millions of questions that I have and also people in the group have, but unfortunately, I don't think we have the time to answer them right now. Sorry?
I can be here for like a few minutes more if you can, and just to answer the two questions that I see here. And
for sure. So you know what? Yeah, let's quickly answer those questions, and after that, you'll tell guys maybe how they can reach you and maybe something that you can offer, any information. Yeah. So, you know.
Okay. So let's answer. Ayman, what's up? That the shipping time. Just a second. It's not the first. Where's the first question?
Yeah. Let's see those. Well, let's answer, does the shipping time matter? Because the time of production takes usually 4 days. So is it okay with client time of shipping for like 1 week as an estimation?
Yeah, so if your product, it's very simple answer. If your product is very unique, okay, it's like, it's not on the market. Mm-hmm. It means that if they are not buying it from you, they cannot find it elsewhere. So then, and only then, you can sell them this unique product with a shipping of 3 weeks even. I have a ring that it's so unique that someone in Texas creating it for every order, that people waiting even 4 weeks because it's just 3 weeks to produce it, and then shipping it inside the States takes another 3-4 days. So people waiting for this ring 4 weeks, and it's my bestseller. And I never had any complaint about the timing of this ring or about the timing of a unique design that you show them. If it's really unique, they will buy it and they will wait. But you really need to explain them and give them the reason why, the reason to believe.
Yeah, and of course they have their, you have expectation management. In the page, you say this item might take up to this time to arrive. You don't lie to them. You don't tell them it's 2-day shipping if it's not.
Yeah, of course. You need to be very, very transparent with your customers. Now, once you manage to, so for me, like if you want to like open a new brand tomorrow, and you don't have yet the suppliers, you don't know where to start. So just in order to generate the first cash flow, you can use AliExpress, but also on AliExpress, don't take the product that everyone's selling with like tons of sales on them. Find something unique, even find something that it's not unique, but create a uniqueness in this product by finding an angle. And you can find different angle on every product. Even like take a glass of water and just tell them like this is from Jerusalem. So,
so holy water with holy air inside.
The holy water from Israel. The holy water from Israel. I'm selling tomorrow to Philippines that love Israel, and for my water that cost me nothing, I managed to create a product. So just think about angle. And then every product is available for you to sell, and it can be a very unique if the angle is very unique. And this is what make the difference between your own independent store and the platform.
Okay.
Gerardo, right? There is another question from Gerardo.
Yeah, let's take, this will be the last question, and then we'll have to wrap up. But let's answer this and then.
So Gerardo say, interesting niche, thank you. What are your customer profiles, male, female, child, baby? It's overall, let's talk about overall what are the customers that are converting today on Facebook. So as you know, probably Facebook become a bit oldie for the young generation. So they moved already to Snapchat and Instagram. The most of the conversion today on Facebook will come from people that are 45 plus, 55 plus, even 65, and that's why I'm selling walking can, walking cans on my store. That's why I'm selling bedding set. That's why I'm I'm building my audience in the way that I'm presenting my products to the people that most likely to convert, and they are on Facebook. So that's why I'm putting all my effort and resources on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Since my audience is more mature people.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. So unfortunately, we have to wrap this up, although I think we have a lot of information we can talk about, maybe next time, who knows. So David, thank you very, very much. It was very interesting, very insightful, and you were very good with explaining and with showing the stuff and the examples. It's pretty impressive what you've done there with the store. If people want to reach you or to contact you, how can they do that?
So first of all, my pleasure. I enjoyed a lot. I love to to give value and insight, and this is how you build a brand, no matter what brand. Give the people the information, give them the content, and don't try to sell anything. So I'm not selling anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my courses are in Hebrew, so if there are people from Israel that wants to get inside the e-commerce and wants to know how to build a brand, just approach me, just message me on Messenger, David Popovich, and then I'll give you the link to buy the course. It's a comprehensive course, very very professional, that explaining how to build a brand. People that running a brands, if you run a brand and it's outside of Israel, it's no matter what country, my agency can help you to go to the next level. So again, only if you're a company and you have generated already cash flow and you have a good sustainable income, we can help you to grow more and managing your brand. That's it. And
Okay.
guys from Israel, get inside our community. יזמי e-commerce בישראל, the e-com Israel community. So get inside the community and say hello.
Great, great, great. Yeah, and guys, David is a real expert. He is the real deal. So it's not a coincidence that we're talking with him. So definitely check it out. It's a very, very good group. Thanks a lot. And yeah, talk to you later.
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.